Hi, my name is Peter Gzinski, and I work for a company called Max Scheduler. This is our web series that we're continuing for manufacturers and printers about software challenges they face in their businesses. We want to share our experiences. Max Scheduler is a scheduling software business. We've been doing it for about 20 years. We've been focused in the industrial sector, and we've helped companies schedule around 1 billion tasks. You can contact us through maxscheduler.com. Today's video is talking about the benefits of having a good working scheduling system. One of the main things is there's one and only one plan that everyone is following. We have known, we've worked with some customers who've kind of had basic process and had challenges, and therefore what ends up happening is sometimes a schedule is created, but they have communication challenges, so they kind of have multiple versions of that schedule out on the factory floor, and they're updated. Each one is being updated, and then they have to have meetings at the end of the day to keep everyone on the same loop as to what's happening. In one example, we have a company doing a 3-hour status meeting each day, which is a tremendous waste of time. Another idea is if you have one and one only one plan, is that you really have a scheduler who's in charge in guiding what work should be done. You avoid the scenario. Sometimes what happens is if you don't really have a solid schedule, people on the factory floor kind of can decide which jobs need to be done next, and they may not take the priorities of the business. For example, that the big customer that everyone relies on needs work to be done, and that's a priority. Things like that. Another benefit, besides scheduling software should be able to allow you to create a job schedule, a side benefit can be work in progress or WIP tracking. Let me show you our scheduling screen to give you an idea what this means. Just to lay some basics, I'll introduce this. This is our software. It's a web-based application. It supports many users using it at the same time. We have permission levels so that you can restrict what some people can do. So that just to make sure that information is organized. The top portion is a schedule. Columns represent resources. The rows represent date and time. The colored blocks represent scheduled jobs. There at the bottom are unscheduled jobs. To schedule something, you simply drag and drop it onto the board. Getting into this work in progress, we have something called kind of drop-down lists, and it can be used for status tracking. And we have little colored blocks associated with values, so it can make it really easy to kind of see visually quickly see, hey, I'm looking for yellows. Oh, okay, there's an out of stock issue, and I can visually see very quickly jobs that have problems. This isn't necessarily real data. This is just kind of demo data. Okay, let's get back to our list. Another benefit is improved communication. Most companies come to us for two big reasons. One is they want a piece of software to help them create a schedule. The second part is, and sometimes it's a bigger issue, is communication of that schedule. Our system is a web-based scheduler, so anyone local within the organization or even remote, a salesperson out on the road can look it up through their phone and get check up on the schedule. This improved communication can really cut down on kind of shoulder tapping, extra phone calls, or people getting, the scheduling folks being chased by others within the organization to find out the status of a job. Kind of beyond process within a business, there's kind of a cultural question. If you have a good scheduling solution, often this can decrease stress levels within the organization and among the staff. Floor workers, customer service, salespeople, management. With a good scheduling system, you kind of have a better hold on where things are at, and you're better prepared for the future. Benefit with our system, we say, is that we can be up and running in a couple of days, even a couple of hours. Our scheduling tool is really simple. It incorporates a lot of the lessons we've had from the past, but we really strive to keep things simple and not get too complex. Also, with a working scheduling system, depending on your the nature of your business, you can sometimes, by implementing a scheduling system, you can sometimes avoid having to make the big step to an MRP, ERP, or some big enterprise system. you're probably aware that stepping up to those systems costs a lot of money. Has costs financial because they're expensive. Usually, you have to use consultants to implement the solution, and then you're going to have a some transition period when people have to learn the system, and then administration to keep on top of it. It's a lot of work, and sometimes some manufacturing processes don't necessarily fit um, the described process that you see within MRP and ERP systems. So, thank you for your time for watching this video. And just to summarize, this was listing the benefits you get from having a working scheduling system.